There are calls for Health Star ratings to become mandatory on all food items after a review found just 3 in 10 products on supermarket shelves actually display it. With more, we're joined now by dietitian Gemma O'Hanlon. Gemma, thanks for your time. Talk us through the Health Star rating system and what it's supposed to do and why it's not working.
Well, the Health Star rating system, it's a front-of-pack labelling system and it's designed to help shoppers make healthy choices in the supermarket. So it's a star system, so it starts with half a star and the highest star rating is 5 stars. Now, the issue that we have right now is that it's voluntary. And we know that only 3 in 10 intended products in the supermarket actually have their Health Star rating, which means that shoppers can't really compare products in order to be able to make a really informed choice.
You're right, it is confusing when you're there at the shelf. The country's food ministers met about this last week, and after finding out how low the uptake is, they're now meeting again in July to consider making it mandatory. What else do you think needs to happen to make this system effective?
Yeah, look, fingers crossed it does become mandatory, and I know that public health groups across the country are really calling for this. It's been around for 10 years, so look, food manufacturers have had plenty of time to actually update the Health Star rating. And, when the target's set, in November last year, it was meant to be 50%. In November this year, it's meant to be 60%, and it's actually half that. So we've got a lot of work to do. The other issue that we need to address is the processing, because that's actually not factored into the algorithm. So, for example, manufacturers have actually found ways to get ultra-processed food products like protein bars and even lollies to get a 5-star rating, and they really shouldn't. That's the same sort of Health Star rating as an apple, a carrot or a cucumber, which it doesn't really make sense. So just because that, these protein bars or these lollies, that they take the sugar out and they add intense sweeteners, it doesn't actually mean they're any healthier. And in fact, what we know is that emerging research suggests that intense sweeteners can actually affect our gut microbiota, and the World Health Organization also doesn't recommend these foods. And in general, these ultra-processed foods, we need to be eating less of them and focusing on those fresh foods, and they're the ones that put in the shopping basket.
What is your advice to consumers in the meantime? How can we make healthy choices at the supermarket?
What I would say is start in that fresh produce sector. All those beautiful, colourful fruits and vegetables, pile them into your trolley. Also, other whole foods like nuts, and even your pantry staples, so brown rice, wholemeal pasta, and canned foods can also be healthy.
That is great advice. Gemma O'Hanlon, thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me.